Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Patty Center here at the University of Alaska Fairbanks campus as we get ready for opening night of GNAC action. Right now, your Alaska Nanooks tied for first place in the GNAC, as no one has played. Everybody's tied for first. So this is the first game for GNAC action. Your Alaska Nanooks taking on Montana State Billings. Montana State Billings in town this weekend for the Mount McKinley Bank North Star Invitational, which they won, so they got the trophy, which was a beautiful bowl, a wooden bowl from the Great Alaska Bowl Company. So the Montana State Billings Yellow Jackets riding high off their two victories in the tournament. Alaska finishing 1-1 in the tournament and picking up their first victory on the season here at home to wrap things up on Saturday night. Great performance by your Nanooks. So hopefully we can keep that going here and keep that hot hand shooting with a couple of ladies and Ellen Silva for your Alaska Nanooks, averaging almost double-doubles. So we're getting ready to send it down to our public address announcer. We'll get our national anthem and meet our starting lineups for both our teams.
Department of Athletics welcomes you to the Alaska Airlines Gymnasium for tonight's GNAC matchup, featuring the visitors on the scoreboard, the Montana State University Billings Yellow Jackets, taking on your Alaska Nanooks. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you all please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the singing of the national anthem by Grace Farrell, a sophomore majoring in music education and voice performance at UAF.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Grace. All right, fans, if you'll turn to your programs, let's meet the Alaska Airlines starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for the visiting Yellow Jackets. A guard, 5'8", sophomore from Fort Benton, Montana, number 5, Aspen Cheesy. A guard, 5'11", junior from Billings, Montana, number 12, Shayla Montague. A guard, 5'8", sophomore from Scoopy, Montana,
right, we are ready to get this one underway. We've got our starting lineups here. Once again, this is opening night of GNAC action, the Great Northwest Athletic Association. We are done with the preseason tournaments and all the traveling that they got to do here early in the season. And this one now is for GNAC time. And here we go. Alaska in the home whites, Montana State Billings in the dark blue. Yellow Jackets again coming in with 2 victories over the weekend here at the Mount McKinley Bank North Star Invitational. Nanooks with a 1-1 mark in that tournament. And there's Emma McKinney starts out the scoring. McKinney had the hot hand on Saturday in Alaska's first victory, scoring 25. She caught fire in the third quarter and kept on rolling. Nanooks went on a huge run in that third quarter over Salem to pick up that first victory. So like to see her keep that hot hand going. Destiny Reimers also with a great tournament with 23 and 9 respectively. And we mentioned Ellen Silva earlier, as she is averaging close to a double-double, but got a double-double with, it was 16 points, 11 rebounds in that Saturday night tournament nightcap. Right now, Nanooks up here. First basket to Alaska. Empty possession for the Yellow Jackets for Montana State Billings. The all-tournament team, they had Deani Boyce made the all-tournament team, and Shyla Montague was the MVP of the tournament. So I'm sure the Nanooks have watched plenty of film from the tournament and have done their scouting and done their homework. As they had Sunday off, they had to practice on Sunday. Just a soft shoot around and watching some film after 2 days of playing. Three-pointer on the way, and that one rattles around. Rebound loose, but then brought out by Aspen Giese. She's going to launch a three off the back of the iron. High rebound as Pusic and Johnson almost run into each other. Nanooks with another rebound. Inside they work it. Silva looking for something. She's going to go to work. Gives it up outside. Pusic for three. That one just a little bit long. Rebound. Aspen Giese having a hard time handling the dribble in the backcourt. Looking for a little help, but she'll dribble it out. 7:45 to go. Opening quarter. Now these teams were originally scheduled to meet on Saturday, and there's an easy layup. Getting inside and scoring easy is Boyce. Ties things at 2, but since they were already in town, didn't make any sense to fly back to Montana and then fly right up to Alaska. So a little extended trip for them over the long Thanksgiving weekend. Three-pointer on the way for the Nanooks up the front of the iron. Boy, getting blocked out with Silva. Got her hand out on that rebound, but with the blocking by Boyce, unable to free up her other hand. Now they're going to work it inside. Into the lane is Kunkel, and Silva with the block, but then a late whistle comes in, and she's going to get whistled for our first personal here in the game. We'll have to see if, I believe it was Hegem who had a pretty solid game, but then I think got a flu bug or something here in Fairbanks. So the first one is good. Second one coming up. And that one good. Yellow Jackets going to set up full court pressure. Reimers has it tapped away. Picked off by Giese. Quickly up come the Yellow Jackets. Three on the way, and boom, just like that. Montague gets into the scoring column and makes it a quick 5-point Yellow Jacket lead after the Nanooks scored the opening basket. 7 unanswered right now for Montana State Billings. Thursday night we'll be back here with a doubleheader. Men and ladies taking on Seattle Pacific. Johnson in the corner looking for something inside. Gets the cutter, runs into a double team, and an offensive foul is going to go on McKinney. And that'll be her first. She's going to catch her breath here. That was a pretty solid collision. The trainer going to come check on her. So the players will head over to their respective benches as McKinney is still down with the training staff looking at her. So once again, Thursday we've got a doubleheader here at the Patty Center as Seattle Pacific comes to town. The ladies will play at 5:15, and then the men will play at 7:30 for that doubleheader. And then we've got men's basketball Saturday as they will take on Montana State Billings. Well, now kind of looking at her lower left leg, now on her knee. I'm going to check both legs. Head coach Amy Donovan going to come out and check on her injured player. So again, you can follow along with everything Alaska Nanooks Athletics. Go to AlaskaNanooks.com. Also coming up tonight, we're going to have our November Warriors of the Month announced and get those honors during halftime. Well, needing help from the coach and the trainer to get up, and she can barely put any weight on this here, so didn't see if she rolled that ankle. So yeah, she's very tender on her left ankle. So once again, that's Emma McKinney, 5'6" junior, who, as we mentioned, lit it up on Saturday night for 25 in the Nanooks' first victory of the season. Wow, she cannot even put any kind of weight down on that left leg. So the Nanook training staff will attend to her, see if they can get her to the locker room or into the training room. Man, might even need a wheelchair to get her out of the gym. It's that bad right now. Sam Tolliver will check in for her, and we are back underway. Yellow Jackets leading 7-2 with 6:13 to go in our opening quarter. Paula Perez-Mendoza in the game as well. A little spin move inside. And that's going to be Kunkel's fourth point. And now a 9-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. 9 unanswered for Montana State Billings. Perez Mendoza gives up the dribble to free throw line, gives it up to Reimers. No place to go, tries to work it into Silva. Tough pass for her. Last touch by the Yellow Jackets, though, so Nanooks will get it on their baseline. I've also mentioned during the tournament, Olivia Kroska out of the lineup for Alaska with a high ankle strain, still on the bench with that ankle brace. And Pearl Green, one of the Nanooks' leading scorers. Nanooks got to get it off. That would count if it went, just comes up short. Had to rush it with the shot clock going down, but talking to head coach Amy Donovan, she said that Pearl Green will be redshirting, and wow, we're going to have to get a timeout here as Montague hits her second three, and now Alaska down 10 with 5:22 remaining in this opening period. So we'll take a timeout as well. More Alaska Nanooks women's basketball coming up.
Bring up our first media timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to give a big shout out to 3 of our Nanook cross-country runners, Naomi Bailey, Rosie Fornham, and Kendall Kramer, as they earned individual berths to the NCAA Cross-Country Championship on Friday at 10 a.m. If you would like to join us in watching them compete on Friday, we will be having a watch party in the Patty Center. The Alaska Nanooks would like to thank all their great corporate sponsors, to include the Westmark Hotel and Conference Center, a hotel partner of your Alaska Nanooks, the official host hotel of the North Star Invitational. The Nanooks would also like to thank Coca-Cola of Alaska, providing Alaska Nanook fans with Coca-Cola products, including Powerade and Dasani water.
Back out of the timeout that turned into a media timeout. A 12-0 run right now for the Yellow Jackets as the Nanooks got the first basket. Emma McKinney got whistled for an offensive foul, and then she went down and she ran into 2 Yellow Jacket players, and they had a tough time getting her off here. So we'll see if she's able to return even to the bench, but like a knee or lower leg injury on her left leg. Checking things out with the scorers table, making sure everything is correct here. We're about ready to get back underway. 5:19 to go. Nanooks trail by 10. I guess the referee's going to inbound it to Perez Mendoza. Silva, let's see if we can get her going to work. And there she goes. And they're going to call her with the player control foul. Man, we saw so many of those during the tournament on the men's and women's side. A lot of players taking the hit. Now we're going to get Emma Wass in there as Silva has picked up her second personal. So not the start Alaska was looking for. Their top players gone with injury. Another one now on the bench with 2 personals, trailing by 10 as we get close to the halfway point of this opening quarter. Monday night GNAC opener. This is Boyce on top to Giese. And she's going to get the 5-second violation. Great defense by Caitlin Pusic from Juneau. A lot of Alaskans represented here. Fairbanks, Anchorage, Juneau, Galena. Another Anchorage, another Fairbanks. So good to see some of the ladies here in the state staying to play for the Alaska Nanooks. I know the Seawolves, quite a few Alaskans on their roster as well. Perez Mendoza behind the back dribble into the lane. Nothing there. Pusic has it knocked out of her hands, and it will stay Alaska ball. 9 seconds on the shot clock. 12-2 with 4:33 remaining. Pusic will get a breather, and Kayla Johnson returns. Emma McKinney, the lone Nanook basket. Wass in now for Silva. They have to get it off, and the shot clock's going to expire. So the Nanooks with 2 possessions used up the entire shot clock. The first one just before this one, they just got the shot off this time. Shot clock violation. Well, no, a foul on the shot. So maybe something to work off by your Alaska Nanooks. You can see Kevin Wooden, the Montana State Billings coach, not real happy with that call. Or maybe not happy with his team for committing that foul as the shot clock. And he's talking to one of the officials. But yeah, you have to know that shot clock offensively and defensively. So you get one and another one coming up. And she gets them both. See if the Nanooks can use that. Start clawing their way right back in here, down by 8. 4:16 still to go, opening quarter. Thinking about a 3 was Andreas. Spin move on Wass and gets it down low. Natalie Andreas with 15 points and 5 points in the tournament. Sam Tolliver drives through a double team. That one too strong off the glass. Now a 2-on-1 opportunity. Having a tough time on the dribble is Boyce, so she'll slow it down and set up the offense. 3-pointer on the way, in and out. Perez Mendoza comes in, going for the rebound, but takes out Boyce. Mendoza picks up her first, and that's the 4th team foul here on Alaska. Next one. And the Yellow Jackets will be shooting the double bonus. 3:30 remaining, first quarter. 10-point Yellow Jacket lead. Five seconds on the shot clock. And I believe we're going to get a walk before the shot got off. Here's one of those possessions where Alaska love to get some points off turnovers. Hold your opponent on their offensive sets and then get something going on yours. Perez Mendoza swings it to Wass. She brings it back out, back into Mendoza. Out on top, Taylor Tijuana, her first time into the game. Perez Mendoza goes right side and scores. Nice strong move by the guard from Bayamon, Puerto Rico. Catch and shoot, three-pointer. That one in and out of the cylinder. Nice look by Shyla Montague. Again, your MVP in the Mount McKinley Bank North Star Invitational. Wow, they saved that after knocking it down, so Nanooks turn it over. And another three on the way. High rebound off the back of the iron. Johnson falls down onto it, gives it up to Tolliver. Tolliver looks up for Wass, and she's going to put up a long three. And that one just in and out. And Wass, boy, quick whistle on the jump ball, and possession arrow will go for the Yellow Jackets. Jada Van Dyke, 5'8" sophomore from Harriman, Utah. She'll come in for Alaska. Skylar Patton, 5'5" senior out of Houston, Texas, in for the Yellow Jackets. 8-point Montana State Billings lead. 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Getting around Wass, but short. And Tijuana in the right spot for the rebound and quickly hands it off to Perez Mendoza. Perez Mendoza just a little bit off balance, shot there in traffic, and now quickly back. Here come the Yellow Jackets, looking for something inside. Wide open three coming up. Boy, no one was able to get over there, and that one just off the mark for Andreas. There's another one, and falling into the rebound, we're going to get a walk. It's Kayla Johnson. Got her hands on it, but then went to the ground with it. And gets whistled on the travel. Courtney Nelson back in for the Yellow Jackets. Driving baseline up off the glass, no good. Wasp pulls down the rebound. Quickly gets the outlet to Perez Mendoza. Hands it off Van Dyke. Tijuana. Three-pointer is good. Taylor Tijuana with the three. And now a 5-point game under a minute remaining in the first quarter. Tijuana from Anchorage Christian School, where Destiny Reimers played her high school career. Both girls picking up state titles there. Wass with the rebound, and she gets hammered. Just the second team foul here on the Yellow Jackets. Kesey's first, second foul. Montana State Billings 5 out of 16 from the floor. The Nanooks 3 out of 10. Oh, wow. Took her eyes off the ball for a second, in and out of her fingertips on Jada Van Dyke. 4-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock right now. Kayla Johnson will apply some light pressure on the ball handler, forcing her to go left. Giving her the whole left lane. Works through a double pick on top. Down to 20 seconds. Inside, Kunkel, spin move on Wass. Challenges, comes up short, gets her own miss. Another put up, no good. Another rebound for Wass. Perez Mendoza down to 7 seconds, gets the defender to bite, goes up and draws the foul, and she'll go to the line. And watch out as Emma Wass comes in and has to hurdle over her. GC picks up number 2. Perez Mendoza with a pair. First one is good. 3 points for her in this first quarter. Yellow Jackets sub at the table wanting to get Giese out of there and hits the second one. Don't want her to pick up an inadvertent third foul, down to 4.9. See if they can get a shot off, down to 2-1. And that one just a little bit off the mark by Chloe Williams. So at the end of one, Montana State Billings 14, Alaska 11. Nanooks doing a good job as they were down by 12, now just down by 3. We'll take a timeout and bring it back here for the start of the second quarter at the Alaska Airlines Gymnasium here at the Patty Center. More Alaska Nanooks women's basketball is coming up. And welcome back, Monday night opener for the Great Northwest Athletic Association. Montana State Billings leading 14-11 after one. Taylor Tijuano with a 3. Paola Perez Mendoza, 4 points for her. And Nanooks will get the possession to start the second quarter. Emma McKinney left the game very early in that first quarter and have not seen her come back. And now a walk gets called on Destiny Reimers. Reimers not yet in the scoring column for Alaska. So now with McKinney, three-pointer on the way, and that one wide open with a collapse on the defense, and Amy Donovan not happy about that. Miscommunication on the defense. Wide open three. So Nanooks not what they probably drew up there in between that second and third period. So Montague gets her third 3 in the game. 2 threes in that first quarter, and now that one to start the second quarter. Amy Donovan, a quick timeout to get her team knowing what they're supposed to be doing here on defense. Wass double team, still goes up and under and in. Emma Wass first basket. Good answer for Alaska, now just down 4. Nanooks with the opening basket in the game, and then Yellow Jackets run off 12 unanswered. And the Nanooks slowly start chipping into it. Wass cuts off the lane. Nice ball movement right now by the Yellow Jackets. 4 on the shot clock. Getting through Wass and scoring. Carrie Ann Kunkel, 6 points for her. There's a nice look. Just off the mark is Tuolana Bounces off a couple of the Yellow Jackets, pushing the pace. Here comes Patton. Back out on top. Boyce. Get that back step there and a walk. Goes against Carrie Ann Kunkel. Kunkel with a good tournament. Double figures in both games, 14 and 12 for her. For the Yellow Jackets. Tolliver looks to get the handoff from Wass. Motion offense continues. Johnson works it in, sends it out. Tijuana for three, and good. Taylor Tijuana, 2 threes for her in the game. Wass doing a good job holding her ground, just putting her hands up. That one, close range, missed by Boyce for the Yellow Jackets. You're not going to see that very often. So a nice break for Alaska with a chance to tie it, or at least come within one. Be a confidence builder right here for Alaska. Tolliver gets it high out to glass and count it. Sam Tolliver, good job to recognize that she was going to get fouled, so put that shot up. Left-handed, that's a tough one. Way high up off the window. Count the basket and at the line for the and one and a chance to tie it for the Nanooks. Tijuana and Johnson will stay in on the blocks for the rebounds. Tolliver is and one on the way. Just off, but a 1-point Yellow Jacket lead with 7:15 remaining in the first half. Nelson gets it down low on the baseline, no good. Nice outlet. Here comes Alaska trying to push it up. Perez Mendoza. I think she got up off her feet, and then she ties up from behind and forces the jump ball whistle, and Alaska will get it on the possession arrow. Well, a good timeout definitely by Alaska with that opening three for Montague.
Correction, the possession arrow is not changed. My fault. Possession arrow points to the Yellow Jackets.
Possession arrow was for Montana State Billings, so they will have it. I think it just didn't get changed after the Nanooks got it on the opening. The Nanooks had it coming out of the quarter break. Yellow Jackets, great ball movement. Wass gets pushed out of the lane on that rebound. Long rebound, Wass able to clean that one up. Silva still on the bench with 2 personals on her. Definitely do not want to get her. Pick up that 3. And Wass doing a good job, so they'll keep Silva over there. Paula Perez Mendoza at the elbow. That one hangs up on the rim, and Wass, wow, finding the seam and scoring. Boyce with the basket. 4 points for her. Lead back to 4 for the Yellow Jackets. Johnson will come over and help out on the errant pass that was intended for Tijuana. Perez Mendoza. No call, blocked. And the Yellow Jackets, fast break opportunity. They'll put up a 3. Back and forth we go, and Perez Mendoza gonna do. She's gonna come up limping as she tried to slow herself down from getting that ball, and she's gonna go out. Van Dyke and Reimers back in. Tijuana and Perez Mendoza, now she's down on the ground on the end of the bench, getting her right knee checked where she had it wrapped up, so now she's on the ground hurt. And Dyke sends it off, and there's a 3 for Sam Tolliver. Tolliver with 5, ties us at 21. Boy, Perez Mendoza Looks to be in pain over there. Nanooks, though, playing tough. Tolliver comes up with the steal on the ground, gives it up Van Dyke. Now the Nanooks with a chance to possibly regain the lead that they haven't had since that first basket in the game. Wass backs down the defender and scores. Emma Wass with 4. Timeout, Kevin Wooden. The Yellow Jackets coach in his 19th season is going to take a timeout with 4:41 remaining here. Alaska regains the lead by 2. First time they have seen the lead since they were leading 2-0 in that one. In this one, excuse me. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Once again, 23-21, Alaska on top here in the second period. Back out of the Yellow Jacket timeout. (12-7) scoring advantage in this second quarter for Alaska. Ellen Silva back in. They're going to give Emma Wass a quick breather, and now the Nanooks defense forces the turnover. Emma Wass putting in some big minutes for Alaska. Ellen Silva back out on the floor with 2 personals. Aspen Giese with 2 for the Yellow Jackets, but right now injuries plaguing Alaska. Now Mendoza putting her shoe back on as she took the knee brace off, or the knee wrap off, tying her shoe back up, so hopefully she's okay and will be able to return. Nanooks empty on that possession. Yellow Jackets into traffic. They kick it out for 3. Air ball, and that one, good job by Silva to block out Carrie Ann Kunkel from being able to save that one back in. Now Perez Mendoza, she's going to come back in, so she's okay. Decided to go without the knee wrap. Johnson into a bunch of yellow blue jerseys and throws it away. And this will be Giese. Cross-court pass, another open 3. And that one goes. Montague with her 9th point now. Reimers is looking to go to work, gives it up. Pusic, nice shot off the glass, no call. Gonna let them play through it. Pusic first basket. Puts the Nanooks up by 1. 3 minutes to go, first half. 25-24. No team fouls in this second quarter for Alaska. Another 3 on the way, and that one's short by Montague. Boy, she gets set up over there. Gets a quick release, but that one coming up short. So good to see Perez Mendoza back out there handling the point now for the Nanooks. As she went to save a ball and took a trip into Alaska's bench and immediately went to the end of it and hit the floor. Pusic gives up the dribble, tries to work it inside to Silva, a little bit behind her. Turnover Alaska. Again, posting up is Montague, always looking for that 3. This time will be Kunkel, spin move, and Reimers look to have got a ball, but going to go on her. So we'll go to the free throw line for a pair for Carrie Ann Kunkel. Chloe Williams, 5'10" sophomore out of Liberty Lake, Washington. First one is good. Identical gets them both. Identical, she's got a field goal and 2 free throws in the first and second quarter. Yellow Jackets regain the lead, up by 1. Perez Mendoza looks inside for it. Johnson almost lost a handle. That one partially blocked. Silver with the rebound. Trying to go over the defenders, tied up. Another held ball with the possession arrow will go Alaska's way. $1:55 remaining first half, 26-25. Both teams with 1 team foul here in the quarter. Johnson, a good job to get up for that one from Perez Mendoza. Emma Wass gets ready to come back in. Pusic shakes the defender at the clock, and it's good. And it'll be a 2. Caitlin Pusic with 4 in the quarter. 4 in the contest. The men's basketball team plotting that one. And it'll be in action to start their GNAC season Thursday night against Seattle Pacific. And Silva comes up with an easy board. Wass and Taylor Tiulana at the scorer's table, ready to come back in for the Nanooks. Another player control foul, and this time on Pusic. Or excuse me, on Destiny Reimers. Wave off the basket. And that is number 2 on Reimers. So Reimers and Silva back to the bench. Tiulana and Emma Wass return. Emma Wass with 4 in the game, and Taylor Tiulana with 6, both of hers from long range. 64 seconds. And offensive foul away from the ball. Boyce picks up her first. Nanooks will get it back here. Leading by 1 with 55 seconds and counting. Perez Mendoza, Pusic works off the screen from Tiulana. Works inside Wass. Little step back and she scores. Emma Wass, all 6 of her points here in this second quarter. 3-point Alaska lead. Boy, Nanooks doing a great job of responding after starting out slow in that first quarter. Wass holds her ground. Rebound. Going to get a walk, I believe, before the shot. Well, let's see, maybe foul on the floor first. It's on the floor. Everybody kind of not sure where they were going. Yellow Jackets thought it was a shooting foul, so Tiulana picks up her first. 7-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Oh, Wass thought she had it, and so did the crowd. One of the people with the whistle saw it differently. Oh, they put that on Perez Mendoza, and she picks up number 2. Interesting call. Wass holds her ground and comes up with the block. I think Amy Donovan worked on that with her. Probably on the days off after the tournament Saturday. Just like get your hands up. You got the size. You don't always have to jump. 1 second and blocked at the buzzer. So that will do it for the opening half. Alaska will go to the locker room with a 3-point lead, 29-26. We'll come back and take a look at our stats here in this opening half. We're going to get our Warriors of the Month presentations here, so we'll get ready to send that down to the scores table. So once again at halftime, it is 29-26 with the Nanooks leading here. So we'll take a quick timeout and we'll come back and talk to Alaska Nanook head coach, men's coach, Greg Sparling.
It is that time of the month where we will present our Warriors of the Month. Our first Warrior of the Month is a sophomore who is from the women's basketball team with a 3.2 GPA, majoring in psychology. Number 1, Ellen Silva. Ellen has had a fantastic preseason. She sets a team record in both fitness tests that we conducted after the summer coming into the season. She's a hardworking, kind of curious redshirt on the team and is now a leader with his methodical and effective training, working with the coaching staff and being an influence on the atmosphere in the range by bringing intensity and competitiveness to the rest of the group. He is following in step with many of the most successful alumni in the program, having broken records on multiple occasions, including aggregate NCAA team scores, program records, and most recently being the first NCAA rifle athlete to shoot 3 perfect 600s in air rifle. He has seen his international stage as well, being a junior world champion in the men's air rifle team event and standing on the podium with the U.S. and abroad. Throughout all of this and being a top student, Kissel has shown the true meaning of student athlete and what it takes to balance this lifestyle. Ryan Kissel. All right, our next warrior is Specialist Monique Spence. Specialist Spence is assigned to the Delta Company 1st Battalion 52nd Aviation Regiment as a UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter mechanic. Specialist Spence has served with the 152 Aviation Regiment on Fort Wainwright, Alaska since October 2020. Specialist Spence is from Kingston, Jamaica, and enlisted in the Army in early September 2019. Besides being a helicopter mechanic, Specialist Spence is also a key leader in the Better Opportunity for Single Soldiers, or as better known as the BOSS program, a morale program that helps soldiers explore Alaska. She also volunteers with the Holistic Health and Fitness program, which ensures soldiers have the skills and resources they need to lead a healthy lifestyle. Specialist Spence continually strives to improve herself and increase morale wherever she is. She consistently scores well on the Army Combat Fitness tests, maxing several events and encouraging those all around her to do the same. She has a Bachelor in Law degree and has plans to pursue her Master's in Business Law. Specialist Monique Spence. And our last warrior of the month is an ROTC cadet, and it is also her birthday, Cadet Janisha Carr. Cadet Carr is a volleyball student athlete majoring in digital journalism and a junior cadet of the UAF Army ROTC program. Before attending UAF, Carr participated in varsity sports at Yonkers High School in New York. She was a 3-time All-League selection, All-Conference, and All-Section award recipient in volleyball. Her active involvement led her to achieve the role of team captain. Carr also participated in track and field and figure skating while in high school, earning a varsity letter and a silver medal. Her high school volleyball jersey is now retired due to her outstanding performance, and as a reminder to future athletes what excellence and hard work can result. During her 4-year collegiate career, Carr was a 2-year starter at Seattle University and a transfer to Florida's Southwestern State College, where she excelled on the court and found her passion for writing. Additionally, she began her involvement in ROTC to become physically and mentally stronger to help benefit her team and herself. Carr attended basic Camp Cadet summer training for 5 weeks at Fort Knox, Kentucky, this past summer to resume her ROTC career. Her performance led to her selection
All right, there we go. We have our Warrior of the Month announcements there, and now we're going to talk to Alaska Nanook men's heads basketball coach Greg Sparling. Coach Sparling, you guys with a big weekend you just came out of with a tournament, and I asked you before we got on the air, did you guys come out of that one unscathed?
Yeah, we did. We have a few nicks and bruises. It's to be expected this time of year. Got a little bit of a flu bug going through us, but at the end of the day, we got SPU coming in on Thursday, which is a conference game, and our guys are excited. We're going to have, basically 6 at home, and I don't know the last time they probably had that, 6 straight home games.
Yeah, so with the tournament, getting 2 games Friday and Saturday, a big win for them on Saturday afternoon. So tell us, what you thought about their play overall here at home with that Mount McKinley Bank North Star Invitational.
Well, I thought the first night we played a little hesitant. I thought Texas got up into us, and we didn't handle it very well. We missed a lot of open shots. But at the end of the day, I don't think we're going to see anybody in the GNAC that plays that hard and is that athletic. I think you go to Westminster, there's a lot of teams that mirror that. I thought our guys did a nice job. We still got a lot to clean up. Daily we're getting better. I like how many guys we have. We can run different lineups. We can go big, we can go small, we can trap, we can press. I mean, there's all kinds of different options that we have.
So in your preseason games, you guys got to go to Hawaii, and then you got a Division I foe down in Washington. So during your preseason, are you just looking for what lineups are going to work well together, or new guys that are now on the team? Because basically, it's almost a brand new team.
Yeah, we're trying to get as many people. If you look at our minutes, there's a lot of people that are playing anywhere between 15 and 22, 24 minutes. And I think with that, it's going to help us down the road because guys are still trying to figure out our system. Guys are still trying to figure out what their roles are, and we're defining them daily. And I think the thing that I like is our defense right now. Our defense is pretty solid. I think we're holding the people like 39-point-some%. We're shooting the ball well. We just got to take care of it. I mean, we throw the ball around and we get a travel situation or a charge situation versus just getting to an old-fashioned 2-foot stop, reverse pivot, front pivot, and move the basketball. But I think once we figure out taking care of the basketball, I think great things are on the horizon.
So some pretty good crowds, even for you guys, your very opening one against that team out of Seattle, and I know a lot of people coming to see some of the local players here, now in the jerseys for Alaska, so that's kind of great that, and also last year, you guys' incredible run that you had, so people are excited about Nanook basketball getting going again.
It is. I mean, it's a fun time of year. Football's winding down, and now basketball's starting to go, and I think, a lot of people are excited to watch, games on the tube. I mean, versus that COVID year, I think people are starting to get back in the roll of things. It's nice to see a crowd out here tonight on a Monday night coming out to watch the ladies play. And, they're playing an exciting style of basketball. But I think, our fans here in Fairbanks are great. They come out. There's so much going on from high school to hockey to this, that. But they find their way in the stands. And, they're very much appreciative, and I think that at the end of the day, if we can keep building the momentum between both of our programs, I think the crowds will keep growing and growing and growing.
So now, as we get a bunch of teams that come up here, they kind of seem to travel together. You guys are doubleheader with Seattle Pacific. Are you guys going to be traveling with the ladies outside this season?
Yeah, we will. I think we've got 3 trips that we go together, but obviously we'll stay at different places and move around, and they'll have different shoot-around times, obviously, but we'll travel. I mean, we're trying to cut costs and best we can, and not having to employ everybody here and get double headers. I think it gets us a bigger crowd base,
right,
because people can pay one price and see 2 games, and even if they don't stay for the second game for the full thing, they can at least get half in on the Thursday night, because I know there's concerns about young kids having to get to bed to get up to go to school on Friday, but for the most part, our crowds have been pretty good.
Now, I was talking during the tournament to some different people, and one of my friends was down at the Phil night tournament down in Portland, and man, watching that on TV, these Division I guys, and you guys play in Washington, it seems like, I mean, the point guards are all 6'4", everybody's long and lean, and you got 6'7", 6'9" guys shooting threes.
Oh yeah, I was fortunate to go that right before COVID. I went to the games down there, and you got 2 arenas. You got the Mata Center, and then I'm not sure what the Portland Blazers center, but they're side by side, and it's kind of nice because when I was down there, I've always wanted to see Duke play, and I thought tickets were going to be expensive.
Right.
But it was in the middle of the day, so not a lot of people went. So I bought a ticket out front. I think it was $15, and we weaseled our way down. We're three rows off the floor watching some big-time basketball.
Right. So do you think that's kind of the way basketball's moving now? I mean, these guys are all so big and shooting. You know, you start seeing in high school games now, you know, the guys are 6'5", 6'4" here in high school shooting threes.
Well, yeah, I mean, they push the three-point line with their philosophy is they're going to open it up to get more scoring. But now all the guys are getting longer and stronger and faster. they're getting there to clog up the lane just as much as they were when it was back at the first line when it went around the top of the key, and then the second one went out. Now the third one's out there. But if you truly go and watch like a big-time, let's just say Arizona, USC, UCLA game, there's definitely a lot of athletes on there. There's a lot of length, and there's a lot of skill out there because the 6'9" guys are like point guards back when I played. They can handle the rock. They can score inside. They can shoot the ball. They can get the mid-range game. I mean, the game's really changed when the three-point line started stretching out. It used to be, I hate to date myself, but it used to be 3 around 2 and throw it inside and work your game there. But now it's stretching it out and see who can get to the rim and make deep shots.
So as we talk about these guys being lean and everything, so for your players, you know, how much time are they spending in the weight room, doing cardio, and also working on their nutrition?
Well, I think a lot of them, I mean, we go 3 days a week, and our guys have shown great improvement in the weight room. It's the first year that we've had a strength coach here, and it's showing because my first 4 years here, me and Jesse were our strength coaches, and we're trying to implement, you know, different weight plans. But Coach Archer, he just gets in there and they get their job done, and you can see the results. And,
right.
And you know, the nutrition part is a lot of it's what's happening up at the Wood Center, but the cardio that happens right down here on the hardwood.
Right. So for these guys, when they're out on the road, you know, you guys kind of traveling around, eating, you know, how do you keep them eating healthy out there on the road?
Well, we try to the best we can, but we're always on the fly. I mean, right. Now coming up with the Thursday, Saturday games where you're always on the move, we try to find, you know, like Chipotle and some different options that have different variety of menus because not everybody likes to eat the same stuff.
Right.
So that way we try to keep as many people as happy. You know, our last road trip we were very fortunate where there was 5 restaurants from pizza to sandwiches to sushi to burgers to everything. So it kept everybody happy.
That's good. All right, before we get this second half started, anything you want to close with?
No, I appreciate all the support. I think, you know, the women have a great brand of basketball. We do too, and there's going to be a lot of double headers coming up, and we'd like to see as many fans out there, and we appreciate all your support.
And it's great to see, you know, I see a bunch of the guys there, the men's team in the stands, and you guys were big supporters during volleyball as well, so I see volleyball here. So it's kind of a nice thing here up on the hill, all the sports supporting each other.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, we're a small athletic department, and we come out and support, you know, all the teams, and they come out and support us, and it's good to see. And you know, a lot of them know each other, and
right.
They hang out outside the court, outside the building, so it's good to see that camaraderie.
And so Ryan Kissel's back up here with us from the rifle team, and he was like, we need you guys all down there at the rifle range.
I'll come down. I sneak down there every once in a while. But you know what? I'm Deadeye. They call me, he's the sniper, but I'm Sniper 2 for the sequel.
All right. Okay, well, Coach Greg Sparling, Thursday night, we'll see you back here at the Patty Center.
Thank you so much.
All right, we are back underway here. Nanooks leading by 3 to start this second half here, so let's see if they can keep building on that. You got Reimers, Silva, Pusic in there, and Perez Mendoza comes up with the steal. And Nanooks quickly back in and out of the hands of Silva. We'll take a look at the scoring here when we get a timeout here. Had our Warrior of the Month presentation, and then head coach Greg Sparling, who will have their GNAC opener Thursday night at 7:30, taking on Seattle Pacific. Nanooks right now with a 3-point lead to start the second half. Wow, Reimers gets a hand in there and gets the held ball call. So turnover, the possession arrow will go back to Alaska. Again, Emma McKinney not back here, so still attending to her. So I have to see how severe that injury is. Right now, the Nanooks doing a good job playing in her absence. Silva just short from the free throw line. Rebound picked up by Boyce. Pusic gets screened off. Now inside Kunkel. Works it into Boyce. And she gets up over Pusic. Boyce with 6. Shyla Montague with 12 in that opening half, all behind that three-point line. Leading scorer for Alaska, you've got Taylor Tiolana with 6 and Emma Wass with 6. Tiolana, all her points behind that three-point line. Wide open from the baseline. High rebound pulled down by Courtney Nelson for the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets with a chance to take a lead. Wide open 3 in front of their bench. And that one rattles around. The putback too strong. Another rebound for the Yellow Jackets and another held ball. And possession arrow will stay Montana State Billings. Yellow Jackets 10 out of 38 from the floor. Alaska 11 out of 27 from the floor for 40%. Another quick turn and shoot by Montague. Boy, they got that play down pat. Give it right to her, and she will put it up. Pusic challenges her. Now hands it off. Perez Mendoza pulls back at the free throw line. Reimers. She draws the foul, and that'll be on the floor, so Nanooks will take it on the baseline. First one on Nelson. Silva with 2 personals and Paula Perez Mendoza with 2. Boy, they work it in high to Silva. She loses it but ties it up, and the Nanooks will get it right back on the possession arrow. For the Yellow Jackets, 4 out of 18 behind that three-point line for 22%. Alaska 3 out of 9 for 33%. Boy, again, some tough passes to handle on the inbounds. And another held ball. 3 whistles, all jump ball here. Early in this third quarter with Alaska with a 1-point lead. Double checking the shot clock. Now they got it. They'll put a new 30 on it. Johnson again in the backcourt, just going to pressure Nelson. Nanooks going to stay man-to-man. A 1-point lead with 7:19 remaining. Third quarter. GNAC opener. Boy, nice look by Kunkel, and she's the first one into double figures with 10. And now the Yellow Jackets back on top by 1. Get Amy Donovan in her first season. Brings Marquise Jones. And he's in his first season. Perez Mendoza. Nice spin move. Up off the glass a little hard. Opportunity inside, and Reimers gets her hands in there, and she's going to get whistled for number 3. So that'll immediately get Taylor Tiolana up off the bench. Sam Tolliver already waiting to come in. So Reimers now out with 3. Reimers yet to score. She had 23 and 9 in the 2 tournament games. Pusic will go back out, and Tolliver also in for the Nanooks. Montana State leading 25-21 in the rebound category. Again inside, Silva holding her ground, and wow. Like a clean block, but they're going to say maybe got her with the body or across the arm, so we'll go to the free throw line for 2. And so now Ellen Silva with 3, and that'll bring Emma Wass immediately back in. So Silva and Destiny Reimers over on the bench, both with 3 personals. Nanook bench already depleted as it is, with Pearl Green out, Olivia Kroska out, McKinney left early in the first quarter, and that one good. So now a 3-point Yellow Jacket lead. Kunkel gets them both. Sam Tolliver. Tijuana. Her hot hand continues. She's got a 3 in every quarter. 9 points for her. Ties us at 32. Giving this Monday night crowd something to cheer about here for Alaska in their GNAC opener. Loss holds her ground. Falling out of bounds, but getting the pass into Giese for her first basket. And now a 2-point MSUB lead. Perez Mendoza swings it out. Tijuana for 3. First miss for her. Behind the line, defender recovered well and got in her face. 1-point Yellow Jacket lead. Boyce gives it up. Williams near side now into the lane. Double teamed quickly. There's that step back you see a lot. Whistle for the travel. It's going to go on Kunkel. Skylar Patton returns, as will Natalie Andreas. As we approach the 5-minute mark to go here in this third quarter, Nanooks trail by 2. Mendoza loses the handle for a second, now gets inside. Back and forth, spin move, and putting up the shot, and she scores. 6 points for her. Tied at 34. In and out the fingertips of Andreas, but wide open inside and scoring is Williams. Missed defensive assignment for Alaska. Tijuana hands it off. Tolliver. Perez Mendoza pulls up at the elbow and scores. Viola Perez Mendoza with 8. 36 all. Step back 3 is good. Montague. All she does is hit 3s. I've got her for 15. That's unofficial. I believe that's her 5th 3. And we're going to get a foul on the floor, and I believe that's going to bring up immediate timeout, so we'll take a break as well with the Yellow Jackets from Montana State University Billings leading the Alaska Nanooks 39-36. And we are back. We'll have an Alaska ball. As that last foul was on Skylar Patton. Kayla Johnson with the bucket. 4 points for her now. Nanooks trail by 1. Shout Montague with it. Ross pokes it away. Recovered by the Yellow Jackets. Ross steps in front of her, but feet were moving, so she's going to get called for the block. That's number 1 on her. Tijuana, your leading scorer for the Nanooks with 9. Montague with 15 and Kunkel with 12 for the Yellow Jackets. Got another sub coming back in, and Carrie Ann Kunkel, and she returns with 12. Aspen Giese will head over to the bench. 1 point Yellow Jacket lead, 3:32 remaining third quarter. Opening night, GNAC. Wass with 7 rebounds in the game. Aspen Giese with 7 for Montana State Billings. Boy, they're getting close to that 5 seconds to get that one in. Inside they work it. Tolliver disrupts that pass. Johnson calls for it. Tolliver will put up a 3, and that one comes up just short. Had a nice look at it. Boyce returns for the Yellow Jackets. Lead stays at 1. Another 3 on the way. Man, that's all she does is shoot threes. Montague, she has got 2 threes in each corner. 18 points for her. Tolliver looking to get some room, goes inside. Partially blocked. Forced that one up. Now a 4-point Yellow Jacket lead. Wide open, near side. That one off the top of the iron and lands right into the hands of Tijuana. Perez Mendoza sets the pick. Holds her ground. Thinks about a 3. Now going to work off the Tijuana screen. Goes into the lane. Nice pass to Wass. Wass not quite ready for it as she hits the deck. Rolls over and right back up. Tolliver for 3. Sam Tolliver makes it a 1 point Yellow Jacket lead as we hit the 2-minute mark to go in this third quarter. Ellen Silva gets ready to come back in. 3 personals on her and 3 on Destiny Reimers. Driving the lane, throwing it up, count the basket, and a trip to the free throw line coming up for Chloe Williams. And now Emma Wass picks up number 2. Can Silva back in. Bring a little size out there with Silva and Wass on the floor together. And Caitlin Pusic. 6-foot junior getting ready to check back in for Alaska. 3-point play for Williams, and GC returns for MSUB. Lead goes back to 4. Minute 45 left in the third. Silva gives it up. Perez Mendoza with a little head fake. She's fouled on the floor. 3 team fouls now for Montana State Billings. Second on Nelson. 3rd team foul for the Yellow Jackets. 4 on Alaska. Shoot the double bonus with 5. Tijuana inside gets a nice roll. 11 points for her. First Nanook into double figures. Wide open, getting right through the defense. Kunkel wide open. 14 for Kunkel right now. Silva gives it up. Tijuana. Perez Mendoza over the top. They're going to say Emma Wass got that one last. And now Destiny Reimers will come back in 3 personals on her, so you've got Silva and Reimers out there with 3, Paola Perez Mendoza with 2, and Emma Wass with 2. Giese and Nelson with 2 for the Yellow Jackets. Under a minute. They work it back door. Now it's loose, and they fling it back out. 3-pointer on the way, and that one is good. Giese, 5 points for her, makes it a 7-point Yellow Jacket lead. Nanooks need an answer here. 8 seconds differential in the game and the shot clock. Perez Mendoza gets fouled. It'll be on the floor, so Nanooks will get it on the baseline. Yellow Jackets continue to run that offense and get rewarded. Nanooks kind of missing a couple defensive assignments. Substitutions back in. Skylar Patton for the Yellow Jackets. 25.5, 5-second differential in the shot clock and the game clock. That one partially blocked. They're going to keep it here on the Alaska end. Perez Mendoza will handle the inbound now. Pusic looking for it. Wass, find her inside, and she scores. Nice look and nice find by Perez Mendoza. 5-point Yellow Jacket lead. 10 seconds remaining, third quarter. Yellow Jacket's going to look for that last shot, down to 3 seconds. 2 and 1. And that one comes up short for Montague, and that will do it for the third quarter. Montana State Billings will start out the fourth quarter with a 5-point lead, 50-45. More Nanook basketball coming up.
All right, everyone, it's time for our Mount McKinley Bank Dash for Cash. You're going to lay out $100 in $1 bills in the paint, and our contestant, Luke. Wave hi to the crowd, Luke. Say hi, Luke. Luke will have 10 seconds to get as much cash as he can, and whatever he has in his hands, he will get to keep. All right, you don't have much time left, little players. Let's get that money on the ground. All right, there we go. Luke, are you ready? All right, fans, let's count it down in 3, 2, 1, go! Go, Luke, go! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop! Good job, Luke. Thank you for participating in the Mount McKinley Bank Dash for Cash.
Cleaning up the cash off the floor. One of the Yellow Jacket players coming out to help out. Thanks to Mount McKinley Bank for doing the Dash for Cash. Your opportunity to possibly get $100 at these Nanook games. So make sure you come on out and support the blue and gold. Fourth quarter action. Reimers back in there. She throws it into the lane and picked off. Yellow Jackets with an opportunity to add to their 5-point lead. Montague now with 18 points, all behind that 3-point line. 6 threes for her. She's hit 2 in each quarter. Silva has to be careful. She's going to pick up number 4. I'm sure the Yellow Jackets talked about it in the break to try to isolate her, and now she's going to head over to the bench. Silva yet to score for Alaska. She had 16 and 11 in the tournament. And now to the free throw line is Kunkel for 2. Gets that first one well. Good to see that Emma McKinney is at least over on the bench, still in her jersey, but got her knee up and left knee heavily wrapped, so it doesn't look like she will be back, but it's always good when you can see them that they're back on the bench. Nanooks come up empty on that one, and now Yellow Jackets look to push the pace. They quickly get it down. Montague sends it down. Patton looking for something inside. Nothing there. Wass doing a good job. Then she gets blocked out. Patton drives the lane and draws the foul, and she's going to go to the free throw line. Johnson picks up her first, second team foul on Alaska. And at the line is Skylar Patton. And her first point comes from the free throw line. 15 so far for Carrie Ann Kunkel, and as we mentioned, 18 for Shyla Montague. That one no go. Nanooks needing a positive possession right here. Pusic loses the handle and has to get rid of it, and it goes out of bounds. So Nanooks with a turnover, and Tijuana going to come back in. Tijuana, your leading Nanook with 11. Wass, Tolliver, and Perez Mendoza, all with 8 apiece. And there's the hot hand, and doesn't miss very often. It's Montague. And they're going to get the 3-second call. First one we've seen of that in the game. So again, Nanooks now needing to get some points off turnovers and capitalize on those. Perez Mendoza. That one off the front of the tin. And quickly back, fast break opportunity, and another trip to the free throw line is Tijuana. Picks up foul number 2. And Chloe Williams will go to the free throw line. She is 1 for 1 at the stripe. And that'll bring in Jada Van Dyke, and the teams will head over for a media timeout. We'll take a break as well. 53-45 with 8:14 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Back out of the media timeout. A lot of Nanook athletics coming up here before the Christmas break. As we mentioned, we've got men and women's basketball coming up on Thursday against Seattle Pacific. Ladies at 5:15 and the men at 7:30. And then Saturday, the men play Montana State Billings at 5:15 here at the Patty Center. Then next week, the ladies play on Friday and Saturday. And we've also got hockey back at the Carlson Center after almost a 2-month absence there for hockey, been out on the road. And this is Williams hits the first one. Governor's Cup as the Seawolves come to town. And the second one good. And that'll be the annual Teddy Bear Toss. Alaska Airlines has a bunch of things planned, so a lot of fun events coming up before these student athletes and all the rest of the students get the Christmas break. Tijuana, her first miss from 3, and Johnson cleans it up and scores. And now, 8-point lead. See if Alaska can get a stop here. 3-pointer. That one in and out. Johnson had it in her fingertips and then knocked out by the Yellow Jackets. So Alaska with an opportunity again. Off that possession by the Yellow Jackets, down by 8. 7:34 remaining fourth quarter. Wass going to get a foul on the floor against the Yellow Jackets. Second on Patton. First team foul in the quarter on Montana State. Kunkel touches that one, tries to point at Wass and say she hit it last. And Shayla Montague, tournament MVP for him this past weekend's Mount McKinley Bank North Star Invitational. Wass able to save that one, but goes right back to the Yellow Jackets and pushing the pace. Here comes Williams. Three-pointer, that one spins in and out. Another opportunity for Alaska as Perez Mendoza and Sam Tolliver get ready to come back in for Alaska. Pusic at the elbow, get it. 6 for her, now a 6-point Yellow Jacket lead. Ellen Silva on the bench with 4 personals. Reimers on the bench with 3. And a timeout taken by Kevin Wooden, the head coach for the Yellow Jackets. So we'll take a timeout as well. 6:38 remaining in regulation. 55-49. Yellow Jackets on top. Thirty-second timeout here for the Yellow Jackets. They have 2 remaining, and Alaska down with 1 timeout remaining here in this fourth quarter. Yellow Jackets now 16 out of 46 from the floor. Alaska 16 out of 36 from behind the three-point line. Yellow Jackets 6 out of 20. Nanooks 5 out of 13, 38%. Montana State Billings perfect at the free throw line, 7 out of 7, and Alaska 4 out of 5. Rebounding, Yellow Jackets leading 28-22. Another quick shot and unable to track that one down. No foul on the play. Kevin Wooden looking to see a foul. Doesn't get it. And now Alaska with another opportunity. Tolliver and Perez Mendoza in out of the timeout. A couple subs at the floor, at the table for the Yellow Jackets. Perez Mendoza triple teamed in the lane. Tolliver, a 4-foot jumper. That one skips off the top of the rim. Wide open 3, far side, long rebound. Tapped away as Perez Mendoza runs into Nelson. That one in and out. Wass ties up the rebound with Nelson. And the call will be a travel on Nelson as she's hanging on to her shoulder, which is already taped up with that athletic tape. So she's going to the bench favoring the shoulder. And she will head right to their trainer. Again, good to see Emma McKinney over there on the bench for Alaska. Left knee wrapped up. Pusic. Hard angle right there, and that one just a little off the mark, off the glass. Quickly back come the Yellow Jackets. And there's that travel. See that a lot of times. They put the little head fake on, and their foot goes with it when they put the fake on. Now an opportunity that Alaska really needs to come up with something. Trailing by 6 with 5.5 remaining in the fourth. Tolliver in and out of her fingertips, still fighting for it. And we're going to get a call. A foul is going to go on Tolliver. Official said that she pushed the defender down, so back and forth with fouls and turnovers on both teams. Stuck at 55-49. Patton works it down low. Kunkel going to challenge Was. Pusic helps out. Was gets a piece of that one. And Nanooks pushing it up with Perez Mendoza. And she gets fouled. You can hear head coach Kevin Wooden up here with his displeasure with the officials. And that is number 4 on Giese. So he's looking down his bench. Can Was track it down? She does. Pusic has it, and she looks to go to work. That one too high up off the grass. Was with the rebound, and it goes. Emma Was into double figures. Nanooks down 3, or excuse me, down 4. I believe this foul is going to go on Was as the whistle brings up a media timeout. So we'll get the call. And that is 3 on her. So taking a look here at the foul trouble for Alaska. Ellen Silva with 4. Emma Was with 3. Destiny Reimers with 3. Aspen Giese with 4 for the Yellow Jackets. So media timeout on the floor. Once again, we'll be back here Thursday evening, 5:15. The ladies start the doubleheader, and then the men play at 7:30. Both teams taking on the Seattle Pacific Falcons. More GNAC action here at home, and then we'll wrap up the week Saturday afternoon at 5:15 with the Nanook men. They will take on Montana State Billings. Montana State Billings will play Anchorage on Thursday. And I haven't looked at the schedule, but I would have to assume that the Yellow Jacket ladies team is going to head on down to Anchorage after leaving here. So an extended stay in Alaska for the Yellow Jackets. I believe they got up here Tuesday of last week going into Thanksgiving, being here for that tournament. Shooting the double bonus now as Alaska has 5 team fouls. Hitting the first one is Kunkel, 16 for her. Second one good. Nanooks trail by 6, 4:40 remaining. Tijuana. Ball's loose. Pusic taps it over to Perez Mendoza. Looks for Tolliver inside. Flips out to Pusic. She drives the lane. And it gets the roll. Caitlin Pusic with 8. Olivia Kroska up on the bench, willing that one to go. 4-point Yellow Jacket lead. 4:09 and counting. Challenging Tijuana, no good. Ross with another board. Tolliver goes right side, looks to push it up. Not afraid to shoot. Oh, and another short one by Tolliver. Those will come as the season progresses. Amy Donovan going to call her over. Good looks at it, though. Just got to put a little more strength into it. 4-point Yellow Jacket lead, under 4 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. The speedy Patton loses it. Trying to get the Nanooks on their heels as she tries to rush it into the lane. Again, another opportunity for Alaska to get something here. Try to get some points on the turnovers. Down by 4, Alaska with 5 team fouls. So the Yellow Jackets will shoot the bonus. the rest of this quarter. Just 2 team fouls on Montana State Billings. Tolliver draws the foul. Good job by her, spinning in the paint. Feeling the defender and just throwing it up there, and she gets a trip to the free throw line. That one's going to go on Williams. That's her first. Patton out for the Yellow Jackets, and Giese back in, and Ellen Silva back in for Alaska. Silva again with 4 personals on her. Wass and Reimers both with 3, and Reimers still on the bench. Tolliver 0 for 2 so far at the line. One more coming up. 8 points for her. Tijuana leading with 11. And Tolliver gets that one to go. Make it 9 for her and Kayla Johnson, 5'10" freshman out of Federal Way, Washington, back in, and Tijuana will go to the bench. Take a look at that Montana State Yellow Jackets roster. Everybody from Washington and Montana. You got 1 player from Texas, everybody else Pacific Northwest. 3-point Yellow Jacket lead. 3:20 and counting, fourth quarter. Good job by Wass and Silva to double team inside, but getting a step coming up short. Wass has it. Looking for an outlet. Finds it in Perez Mendoza. 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Back and forth, this one is gone. Little pull-up jumper off the back of the iron, long rebound, tapped around. Johnson follows it in and then saves it, lays it out for it. Inside, Tolliver scores. Sam Tolliver with 11. Nanooks down 1. What a hustle by Kayla Johnson. Boy, that thing looked like it was gone, and she did a volleyball layout, laying out like our libero Jessa Long all season up here at the Patty Center. 2:25 to go. Wass has to step in front. No call. Silva with the rebound, needs some help. Gets it in Paula Perez Mendoza as we approach the 2-minute mark. 1 point Yellow Jacket lead. Perez Mendoza, nothing happening inside, gives it up. Silva at the free throw line. Lobs it in, Wass. Double team, tied up. Boy, what a quick whistle. Possession is going to go to the Yellow Jackets off that held ball. Caitlin Pusic, a 6-foot junior from Juneau, Alaska. Played her high school days at Juneau Douglas High School. Wass will go to the bench and get a breather. Again, Reimer's still on the bench with 3. I would have to imagine that Amy Donovan can get her in at some point. Reimer's yet to score. She had 23 and 9 in the tournament this past weekend. Under 2 minutes. Into the paint, challenging Silva, who's got 4, and a spin move inside for Kunkel. 19 for Carrie Ann Kunkel, the 5'10 senior. 3-point Yellow Jacket lead. Minute 39. Tolliver, she'll put it up. Rattles around, no good. Foul on the Nanooks. Pusic picks up her first, but we will go to the free throw line to shoot the bonus. Montague will get 2 as the Nanooks are over the 5. Chloe Williams returns for the Yellow Jackets. Lead at 3 with 93 seconds to go. In and out by Montague, who's got 18 all behind that 3-point line. She had 16 and 10 in the tournament and was named the tournament MVP. Now 19 on the make, 4-point MSUB lead. Perez Mendoza loses her footing, no call. Loose ball picked up by the Yellow Jackets. Nanooks do not have to foul yet here, and Perez Mendoza with a bump, and we'll go back to the free throw line and shoot the double bonus. This will be Courtney Nelson, who left a couple minutes ago. Was favoring that right shoulder that is taped up. Now Perez Mendoza picks up number 3. Minute 17 left. 4-point Yellow Jacket lead. And it stays at 4. Nelson yet to score. And that one goes in. Still a 2-possession game with a minute 15 to go for Alaska. Tolliver, a quick 3. Air ball. Pusic gets it, lobs it out, but intercepted by Giese. Tolliver is going to foul and stop the clock in the backcourt, and that stops it with a minute 3. And we'll go back down and shoot the double bonus with Aspen Giese at the free throw line, her first trip to the charity stripe. And Tolliver picks up number 2. Just 3 team fouls here for the Yellow Jackets. First one good for Giese. Still 2-possession game, depending on the outcome of this shot. No good, but a rebound by the Yellow Jackets, and they're going to dribble it out. Silva with 4 on her. Not sure if she wants to commit the 5th one there now. Tolliver will get the foul, and that'll stop the clock with 54.5. Third on Tolliver. Giese back to the free throw line. Gets that one. Three possessions now. Hits the second one, and a timeout taken here by Amy Donovan. That is her final timeout. Yellow Jackets with 2 remaining for their side. So again, we will be back here Thursday evening. The ladies tip off the doubleheader at 5:15 and the men at 7:30 as the Seattle Pacific Falcons will be here in Fairbanks, and then the men will play again Saturday afternoon at 5:15, and they'll take on Montana State Billings. Assistant coach Marquise Jones checking where Alaska will get the ball, and they will get it down to their end here now, where you've got to shoot some threes. Tijuana with 3 threes in the game. Sam Tolliver has hit 2. And any misses, Nanooks will end up having to foul. Just 3 team fouls on the Yellow Jackets. Again, Nanooks playing with a depleted bench with Pearl Green, who is now redshirted for the season, still rehabbing a injury from last season, and Olivia Kroska on the bench with a high ankle strain. And then the Nanooks lose Emma McKinney, who made the all-tourney team in the tournament. They work it inside to Silva. Clock continues to run. Silva tries to get a step, goes inside and scores. 40 seconds to go. Yellow Jackets going to spread the floor and make the Nanooks come up to them, and Tijuana comes out and commits the personal and stops the clock for 35.8. Shot in the lane makes it a 2-possession game. But again, we've got 2 free throws coming up. Nanooks with a great comeback in that first quarter as they scored the first basket. And then the Yellow Jackets went on a 12-0 run. Then the Nanooks get right back in it and then take the lead. And that one takes it back to a 3-possession game as Kunkel gets her 20th point. Going to apply a little pressure on Paula Perez Mendoza. 34 and counting. Nanooks are going to have to rush it here. Pusic for three. No good. Tolliver gets fouled going for the rebound, and that'll stop the clock with 25.1. Fourth team foul. And GC picks up foul number 5, and she will leave with 8. And here is Perez Mendoza inside. Silva count the basket and a chance for the and one. Ellen Silva now, all 4 of her points in the fourth quarter with 4 fouls. Chance to make it a 2-possession game. And now you've got Wass, Van Dyke, and Kayla Johnson coming in. For the Yellow Jackets, Montague with 20 and Carrie Ann Kunkel with 20. Three-point play is good. And Emma Wass will come in for the shooter. And Kevin Wooden, the head coach for the Yellow Jackets, will take a timeout with his team leading by 4. We'll take a quick timeout as well with 23.6 seconds remaining here. Not done yet. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action here. 23.6 to go. Yellow Jackets with a 4-point lead. Both teams now over the foul limit, so they will both shoot the bonus. Yellow Jackets will get the ball, let's see, probably mid-quarter at the three-quarter court on their end. So head coach Kevin Wooden out there on the floor showing them where they should get it, because the Nanooks just took a timeout, did the same thing, so they will bring it over to that three-quarter court mark. 23.6 to go, 4-point Yellow Jacket lead. We'll see if the Nanooks got to go for a steal here. If you don't get the steal, you foul immediately, and we do, and Johnson stops the clock with 22.6, and that will send Natalie Andreas to the free throw line, her first trip to the line. Yellow Jackets 12 out of 13, make it 13 out of 14 at the free throw line. Andreas with her third point. And 4. Still a 2-possession game. You got to get down quick and get a 3 up here. Perez Mendoza sends it out to Ilana. That one off the back of the iron. Rebound picked up by Williams. Alaska, looks like they're just going to let it play out. Close game here. Good effort by Alaska again with a depleted bench. Emma McKinney going out after that first basket that she scored and did not return, and she is walking out on crutches. So the Montana State University Billings Yellow Jackets will start the GNAC season out with a win here in Fairbanks, and over the weekend they go 3-0 at the Patty Center. So a good showing by them. Alaska, though, doing a really great job here at home after winning on Saturday night, picking up their first victory, going down in this one by 6. Emma Wass, your player of the game here for Alaska. Emma Wass with 10 points in the Nanook loss. 11 for Sam Tolliver, 8 for Paola Perez Mendoza. So that is going to wrap it up for us here. We'll be back Thursday night at 5:15 for the ladies, and then at 7:30 for the men. Both our Nanook squads will be taking on the Seattle Pacific Falcons. So once again, that's your final here from the Patty Center. Yellow Jackets 67, Alaska 61. We'll see you back here Thursday night. Have a great night, everybody.